Hello. So, today we're going to be tapping for focus. And I know that I'm in a great mood today. I feel like really excited. I feel like, yeah, things are happening. I had a great consult this morning. I've gotten some things done. And now it's noon. And I feel like just not doing anything all day. And like for the last hour, I've been getting sucked into social media. So I'm going to regroup with some tapping so I can make plans for the rest of the day. So you can go ahead and tap along with me. We're just going to start by maybe closing your eyes or softening your gaze and just tuning in to your body, noting where there might be any parts. The word frazzled is coming up for me. That might feel frazzled or unfocused or just resistant to productivity, and exploring that. So for me, it's frazzled, so we're just going to go with that. So just tap along with me, saying what I say, tapping where I tap, even though I'm feeling kind of frazzled and a little all over the place. It's been a great day, and I'm feeling excitable, and it's getting in the way of me focusing right here, right now. I accept myself and I honor what I'm feeling, even though I'm feeling a little frazzled and all over the place. Not quite sure whether I'm avoiding what's next on my list, which is writing an email, or whether I'd feel this way about anything. And right here, right now, I'm open to exploring this with grace and curiosity. Feeling frazzled. Brain wants to go a little bit everywhere. And I'm finding it hard to concentrate. And I got a bit of a head cold. And part of me just wants to lay down and take a nap. And maybe that's okay. Then I'm also feeling frazzled. And I'm letting myself honor and acknowledge that. So sometimes I just tap to kind of bring up whatever needs to come up, and then I kind of check in and decide what I want to explore. So I've got these two things going on right now. One is a legit head cold, and two is this kind of frazzled feeling. So the frazzled feeling has definitely gone down a bit. Interesting, because the congestion is a little more pronounced now. So I'm just going to kind of tune in again. Oftentimes when I feel like a cold coming on or any kind of sickness, my first instinct now is to get curious with that and just kind of wonder, like, is there something that I don't want to do that I'm hoping if I have this excuse of being sick that I won't have to do? Because I realized, I've kind of realized this a couple of years ago, and I noticed I was just feeling really overworked, and I was just like, man, I just wish I would get a cold so I could lay on the couch for 3 days. And then I was like, that's interesting. What if I just gave myself permission to take a nap and take care of myself because I feel this bad, instead of waiting for something to knock me down. And so now that's always a question that I stop and ask myself. And I'm just going to explore this, even though my head is feeling really stuffy. And I'm not sure why. I'm asking my body to help me understand this. I'm letting it know I'm listening. And I accept myself and I honor what I'm feeling. Even though I have this head cold. And it's distracting me from some of the things I want to do. Right here, right now, I deeply and completely accept myself and honor how I'm feeling. Even though I have this head cold. And I seem to get sick every year around this time. And yeah, I get that it's cold and flu season, but I also take a lot of precautions in that. And it's frequent enough that I'm asking my body to help me understand this. Why do I get this head cold every year, every October around this same time? And right here, right now, I accept myself and I honor what I'm feeling. I get this head cold every year around this time. I get this head cold. I'm asking my body to help me understand this. When did this head cold cycle first start? This head cold every fall. It's interesting. I'm just going to keep tapping as I talk, but I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and I'm seeing this really clearly right now, but I remember this particular thing started. So it's like September, October, I get this head cold, and one of the markers of it is just this exhaustion. So I don't necessarily feel terrible, like, yeah, I'm a little stuffy, I had a headache, but it's going away. But my body feels pretty good. I still feel pretty strong. But it's like this overwhelming exhaustion. Like, I'm normally not a napper, but every year it's like I'm up for a little bit and then I have to go lay down. I can barely stay focused. And it hasn't been that bad this time around. But what's coming up for me when I think of like this first happening, I remember living in Maryland. So this was about 6 years ago. And it was right after I got out of the Army, within the year. And in this memory that I'm thinking of very vividly, I remember watching this video on moral injury. And it was moral injury is a term used quite mostly in the military. It originated in the military, that has to deal with like the injury to the soul that people might suffer as a result of witnessing war, being part of a war, having to follow commands that don't necessarily align with their moral code or values. And this video was drawing the parallels between moral injury and physician burnout. And I wasn't a physician, I was a therapist, but I would say clinician burnout, because it was talking about how those of us who are or physicians, again, I would categorize clinicians as well. Like, we get into this field to help people, and then yes, we get to do that, and also there is a barrage of like paperwork and insurance billing, and your job becomes like inundated with all of this like cover your ass like documentation in 50 different places and audits and squeezing in more patients in less time, and we don't actually get to like stay in the things that we love the most about the profession that we chose. And that like was like a lightning bolt in that moment for me. And I realized that that is what I had felt myself when I was a practicing clinician. And it really helped open my eyes to how burned out I was. And so it's interesting that this is coming up for me, because I haven't felt that since I got out of the Army. I made a decision, like, I'm never going to treat myself the way I was treated by others in entrepreneurship. And sometimes I'm like, I think I go the other way, and struggle with the like, am I doing enough thoughts. But so I'm just going to kind of tune back in now that I've kind of processed and let myself talk that out. And so just tuning in. What's this want me to know? I'm just going to go with what's coming to me right now. So even though I have this head cold, and I'm worried it might get in the way of me wanting to be productive. Right here, right now, I'm open to giving my body an update. And I accept myself and honor what I'm feeling, even though I have this head cold. Feels like my body is scared of getting burned out, so it's trying to force me to take a break. And right here, right now, I'm open to releasing this need to be sick in order to give myself rest. Because I know that rest is productive. And I accept myself and honor what I'm feeling, even though there's still a part of me that thinks I need to be sick in order to make sure I rest. This part that might be resistant to changing its mind. Right here, right now, I'm choosing to send that part of me compassion. And I accept myself, and I honor what I'm feeling. This head cold I get every year. Telling me I need to slow down and rest. I don't think I need it anymore. Because I am pretty good at resting. Now, I'm pretty good at resting. I'm asking my body to help me understand this. What don't I want to do right now? Maybe I'm worried about forcing myself to do. this email. I want my website update to be done, but I don't necessarily want to do it. But I don't have that on my task load today. So what might I want to avoid? What might I want to avoid? I'm just going to check in. Really getting just this message of, all right, you're tired, just go take a nap. Go take a 20-minute nap. Even though I'm feeling some resistance to taking a 20-minute nap, I accept myself and I honor what I'm feeling. Even though feeling some resistance to taking a 20-minute nap, I accept myself and I honor what I'm feeling. Even though I'm feeling this resistance to taking a 20-minute nap, I'm open to a shift in perspective. This resistance to taking a nap. Feeling this resistance to taking a 20-minute nap. This resistance to taking a 20-minute nap. Why am I feeling this resistance? Resistance to napping. So I'm just going to check in. I just didn't feel called to continue tapping through the points because I felt pretty calm, and now I don't feel that resistance anymore. So I am going to go let myself lay down. I have about 40 minutes till my next task, and setting the intention. I'll eat something, take a nap, and then be ready to go. The afternoon, if anything, maybe even eating something will help me with my energy. So I hope you found this helpful. Maybe you gained some insight into something that might be underneath your lack of focus and are ready to re-engage with the rest of your day.